Let's focus this conversation on stablecoins, especially as we have seen some regulatory advancements for stablecoins in the US recently. Last month, the Senate advanced the Genius Act stablecoin bill on a bipartisan vote. Now, that bill is now poised for a full Senate vote, which could happen any day now. If passed, it will then move to the House for consideration. Now, I was at Bitcoin 2025 in Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago, and at the crypto conference, Vice President J.D. Vance told attendees during his keynote address that he's optimistic that the Senate will pass the bill and that the House will follow suit. The vice president believes that if the Genius Act is enacted, the use of stablecoins for payments will significantly increase and market transparency will improve. What do you think will happen if we get stablecoin regulation here in the US?
I think we definitely agree. What we actually see across the board is basically that there is a growing adoption of stable coins. And that adoption was actually going behind the scenes for the last couple of years. We've even seen that adoption increasing through 2023 and 2024 during the bear market of crypto. Mostly, I would say grassroots adoption. And we're seeing huge amount of financial institutions, payment companies, and banks that are looking to basically go into the space, take advantage of the technology. And the most important thing for them is really the regulatory clarity.
Now, during his keynote address at Bitcoin 2025, the vice president also mentioned that on top of passing the Genius Act, which focuses on stablecoins, the Trump administration has been focused on passing another crypto-related bill focused on market structure. What do you think a regulatory framework for crypto in the US would mean for the industry, and would it change the way your company operates here in America at all?
So we've been focused on I would say the international markets, but more specifically our headquarters here in New York. We've been active with all the different fintechs and the different banks and the different financial institutions in the US for the last 7 years. Bank of New York Mellon, one of the biggest banks in the US, is using our platform and technology to do everything from custody to wallet infrastructure to some of the pillars around tokenization. Some of the biggest payment companies like WorldPay and Visa and Stripe, that is now using Bridge in the acquisition, are using us, and they're all American US companies. We are seeing just an increased pipeline that is going to bring a lot of the activity into the US. And one of the interesting data points is that we ran a survey recently about the state of stablecoins, right? And there is basically a huge demand to adopt stablecoins.